just wanted to say hi. I was on Facebook earlier and Instagram, but I wanted to come to you now and just talk a little bit about, my experience into transitioning to veganism, but also healing my psoriasis, all right? Also getting healthy through food, because food is medicine. But it can also kill you if you think that something is food and it is not food, or you're constantly eating crap that it just acidifies your body. It's not good. I am super confused with this camera. The camera's right here, so I should be like in the middle right here. Anyways, um, I have a little envelope here, just kind of like to remind me what I want to talk about. But I wanted to talk about restaurants. I saw a video. I mean, I follow a couple of YouTubers, unfortunately. Hi, how are you? I follow a couple of videos, and I saw somebody put a video out about how socially awkward it is to like go to a restaurant and order like vegan food or vegetarian even, and it's so retarded. Hi, Didi. I am from Florida. I am in Florida right now, enjoying the beautiful sunny day from my bedroom, but I was outside earlier having breakfast. So, I mean, I come from an American standard diet. Eating at restaurants, thank you. Eating at restaurants kind of like 3 times a day. And I got super unhealthy. I got psoriasis. I started getting like inflammation in my body, and I started getting like overweight and tired. I was like so tired all the time. And you know, when I started cleaning my body and changing my diet, I stopped going to restaurants for about 2 months. I recently started going back out to restaurants. Like, thank you for the like, guys. I started going back out to restaurants like a month ago, but I haven't had that issue with servers that much when I order something that is like it doesn't have any meat in it. It doesn't have any dairy, etc., etc. I think a lot of people are very open-minded nowadays with somebody trying to be healthy. Like, I'm coming to your restaurant and I'm trying to get the healthiest thing on your menu. I mean, do I look like I want to be unhealthy? No, I want to keep this skin healthy. I want to keep my body in check. So, um, every time I can tell you, every time I go to a restaurant, I'm very friendly to the server, and I have found that a lot of people have been very welcoming to me. And why wouldn't they? I'm gonna tip them at the end of the day, so they're very welcoming and very helpful. And I just tell them, I just open up and say, listen, I'm trying to look in your menu for something vegetarian. The reason I say vegetarian is because I can make it vegan myself. Like, doesn't need to think too much, or he doesn't need to think too much. I just say, just point me to the vegetarian items in your menu, and then I'll go from there. And I basically remove any batters because the batters do have eggs, and for me, eggs are highly inflammatory. And having psoriasis, you should not have inflammatory foods because it's just not healthy for people with psoriasis. So, and for ethical reasons, I don't like eggs either. But I basically try not to get any batter, and I try to get whatever I can without cheese in it, and that's it. We just remove any honey, eggs, and cheese from your non-meaty plate. And I have found that most restaurants have options for me. I don't know what these people are talking about, that there are so many restaurants and you just want to hang out with your friends and you cannot order anything. Are you even paying attention? I mean, I have gone myself. Welcome. Hi. I have come myself, like I have been going myself to like Ruby Tuesday, for example. Everything on the menu had meat in it. It was like the meat festival on the freaking menu at Ruby Tuesday. And I said, listen, the first time I said, I want to get veggies. I went to the sites and I said, I want to just make a combo of veggies. And then the third time I went there, hi, the third time I went to Ruby Tuesday, the girl told me, oh, we have something in the menu called the veggie trio. So you can just get three sides for $10. And I'm like, great. So I get sweet potato fries, and then I get vegetables and vegetables, and I get full on that. And on top of that, I can add a side, endless salad for like $2. So that's like less than 15 bucks right there that you can have nice at a restaurant. You get full from it. And that's like an American restaurant that has burgers and other animal products. So I think that a lot of people want to like make this lifestyle look like crazy or outrageous or something like that, and they don't realize that when you go to a restaurant, there's so many options, literally so many options. I literally need to sit on something because I'm like too low on the freaking screen or something. Let me see. The reason I'm facing this way is because I am using the natural light as much as I can. That looks better. Doesn't that look better? I don't know what you guys are saying. Let me read. Ha ha ha. I know, right? Thank you guys for watching. Um, I think that the one thing that we have control on. Sorry about that. This thing lets me flip the camera, and I touched that by mistake. The only thing, like, we cannot control a lot of things in life. We cannot control the government. We cannot control war. We cannot control, the new world order or many things. But the only thing that we can control is being consumers and trying to support ethical companies and companies that care for our environment. So I think going out there and, you know, still support the restaurants. It's important. You have to eat at home, and maybe once a week you go to a restaurant. It doesn't matter if it's not vegan or if it's vegan. If it's vegan, great. Go support them for sure. Go twice. Go out twice. Support the vegan restaurant, and then go to a non-vegan restaurant and say, "Hey, I noticed that you guys have like so many things in the menu. Who knows? You might be speaking to the manager. They might think about it and change their menu in the future and say, wow, there's a lot of people that are trying to stay healthy and stay young, and we really need to step it up in our menu." So that's what I do. I go to like a lot of restaurants that are known for having meat, and I find my vegan dish. You know, although I'm a pescatarian because every 10 days I have 3 ounces of fish. I still go to like sushi places. Hi, welcome. I still go to sushi places. I go everywhere. I go to Latin restaurants. Oh my God, Latin restaurants have. I am from Dominican Republic, and Latin restaurants have so much meat everywhere. It's like steak, chicken, fish, da da da, all the stuff with rice and beans. So I basically what I do, I get uh plantains, like fried plantains, and I get rice and beans. And my plantains, in that case, that can be substituted. Yeah, all fried, right? Yeah, Latin people eat a lot of fried food. I come from a background where we eat a lot of fried food. I'm getting hungry myself as well, but we basically, there's a lot of Asher in Los Angeles. That's awesome. I haven't been reading the comments. I'm just gonna leave them out so I can read them in order as they go. Um, yeah, I mean, there is only where I am from. There's only like two vegan restaurants. I am close to Fort Lauderdale in Florida, and there is one in Delray Beach. That is it. We have two vegan restaurants. Then we have a couple of vegan bakeries because I downloaded an app called Happy Cow, but I don't have anything around me. So I have a lot of places around me that have meat. I have a Greek place down the street that I used to eat burgers at maybe like 3, 4 months ago when I was still eating steak or red meat. And I said, you know what? You guys are Greek. Do you have falafel? And the guy, yeah, we have falafel. Perfect. So I will come here, have my burger with falafel. And I didn't stop going there. So I just basically, you just gotta think about it a little bit and just make the menu work for you. So at least you're not contributing, um, to the whole nonsense going on with all this excessive consumption of meat and unnecessary consumption of meat, and you're no longer drinking the Kool-Aid that they want you to drink. Because I think it was an agenda to push dairy and meat on us back when the war ended, because they needed to recover their money and their investment, and on top of that, they needed to keep us unhealthy. I guess for population control or whatever. I don't know if you guys noticed that a lot of people are dying from heart disease. And on top of that, um, I noticed that when I moved to the United States 8 years ago, I started eating like a lot of meat because it was not my thing in DR. In Dominican Republic, you might have meat like every other day or once a day. But here you have bacon in the morning, you have steak, you have too much meat, too much protein, and people don't even realize it. And I started getting all kinds of sickness. I don't know. I started getting sick, and one of them is my psoriasis. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna turn around because I have like a little in my neck. I don't know if you guys can see it. Um, were you able to see it? Yes, a lot of processed foods. Oh, in Buenos Aires, yeah, they are really expensive. And like fake meats that are replacing regular meats are expensive too. And to be honest, when I stopped consuming dairy, it took me a week or two to kind of like get rid of my addiction for it, like my need for it. And I just started like getting more fruit and more vegetables. And I just realized how much I was depriving my body from fruits and vegetables. And I realized that there's so many delicious foods in the, plant-based world that I don't even need the fake meats or the vegan restaurants either. So I just go to like a regular restaurant, my regular $10 restaurant. I have my pasta, I have my burrito, I have my burrito bowl or whatever it is that I have, and I just focus on having beans. I love beans. I focus on having tofu once in a while. Um, I don't recommend tofu very much for people with psoriasis because for some reason I guess we are allergic to it or something, or and we are allergic to cashew because it makes my skin itchy. I don't know about somebody else with psoriasis out there, but I think that it's all about taking the mindset off saying that there should be meat in my plate with two sides. How about that the main part of your plate is vegetables with two sides, or potatoes, plantains, roots. You can like chop up roots or fungi. You can have like sautéed mushrooms. You can have so many things. It's so amazing. So I am basically going to go next week. Because I kept like not admitting to myself for the longest time that I didn't have psoriasis. I was ignoring it myself, and I finally said on January when I decided to make a change for this new year, I said that, I said, you know what, I think I have psoriasis and I'm going to start watching videos about how to heal psoriasis naturally because I like healing things naturally. I am very scared of doctors here in the US. I think that with this whole Obamacare, all the doctors are in it like kind of like to get paid and they're not in it to treat you or any of that stuff. So I started healing naturally and I have seen a change in my skin. My skin is not itchy anymore. Like I used to wake up with like itchy skin all the time. My skin is not itchy anymore. Um, so I know I'm in the right path. It's just that I need to focus more on like fruits and vegetables. I know I've been going on the tangent there for a second and having too many grains and not necessarily sprouted. So I need to check that they are sprouted grains and too many processed tortillas or things like that. So yes, thank you very much, Didi. Thank you for any information is always helpful. Um, I particularly I'm gonna go next week to do my allergy panel and find out what I'm allergic to. And I hope I'm not allergic to many things because I do love avocados. I love beans. I love papayas, plantains, bananas, all that stuff. I haven't been eating rice very much. I try not to eat white rice, but every time I go to a restaurant, they only have white rice. That is one bad thing about restaurants. I wish that they had like quinoa in many restaurants. I do love quinoa, and that it was sprouted, but it's not the case many times. So, still working on that. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it's that hard to go to a restaurant and get a vegan meal. I think people are demonizing the whole experience with trying to get a vegan food, like a vegan dish on a restaurant. I think people are out there just spreading the wrong message. I haven't had that experience. In fact, a lot of my freaking servers are vegetarian or vegan. And they're like, oh, you're vegan too? Yes! You're my server. Perfect. I'm going to tip you a little extra for that. Yes, I can treat the allergies with homeopathic or with the homeopathic doctor. Yes, I can do that. Um, I am not very familiar because I go to the doctor in Dominican Republic. I don't go to the doctor in English, but let me see. I'll check it out. Because many vegan. No, you have to like just go humble and try to have the server work with you. You want the server every time you go to a restaurant. You want the server on your side. Okay. I used to be a manager. I used to be a restaurant manager. Yeah. I used to be a restaurant manager and a server and a bartender for while I was going to school for my second career, which was video production. And I think I think servers have a lot of say in how your whole experience goes, and they can do a lot of crap to you if you're mean to your servers. So you need to have the server on your side. You're not bothering them. You can go ahead and request what you need. Okay, you don't need to make them feel comfortable. You need to feel comfortable, but you don't need to make them feel uncomfortable either. So it's like a symbiotic relationship. Sweetheart, I'm not here to preach on you. I'm just here to get food for myself, and it needs to be the cleanest as possible because at the end of the day, it affects my skin how I eat. I see it in my skin when it doesn't improve, when it goes forward, or when it goes backwards. So, not that I'm trying to like eat clean or something because I want to eat clean. No, I want to eat clean because I want to be healthy and I want to get rid of this psoriasis the natural way. I don't want to do the shots. I don't want to do cortisone or whatever. So, hi, Rashid Slim. Oh, you speak Spanish too, Didi? Yes, right? I agree. I think, I think if you approach the server the right way and you don't go in scared or thinking that people are going to judge you because you're not going to, you know, stock one and take whatever is in the menu. I mean, it is a menu and it is your option to select what you want from it. And if you're not familiar with it, because some servers make the mistake of thinking that you should know better or that you should be familiar with with the menu and there. So I ask for help. I let them guide me so they feel helpful, they feel useful, and they feel like they can improve their tip now because they're gonna guide me through their menu and they're gonna show me things that I don't know. I don't know. It's the way I look at it. But I haven't had that experience. I go to a restaurant and I know this has a lot to do with my psoriasis, probably because I should not be eating hydrogenated oils, and I know a lot of restaurants do cook with oils. So I I think that rest like when I go to a restaurant, I know it affects my skin, and I know my skin was doing better when I was eating at home. Um, for work, sometimes I'm away. I don't have time to cook. I do try to cook my food, my morning, or not cook 'cause for morning I have fruit usually, but I try to basically eat out and about and try, which is why I need to find something healthy. Now, I haven't had that experience. I go to a restaurant almost every single day, and every time my servers are very helpful. They're very nice. They're very kind. The, I probably had one person that was like looking at me, kind of judging me, and it's weird because she was a vegetarian and she said it like, "Oh, I'm a vegetarian," and then she was like, I don't know, looking weird at me. But maybe that was me like kind of thinking she was looking at me weird. Um, but most of my servers are very helpful. They're very on board that I need a vegan dish, and they're willing to help me. I have even been to freaking because my husband is a meat eater. So I have been to play. I mean, we go to places where they sell meat, so he can eat and I can eat. And of course, I won't shut up throughout the whole um, eating process about how that little animal died on his plate, but it's okay. I do it kind of like sneaky and in a sweet way, so he doesn't, because he has no patience. So if I push too hard, he's gonna burst on me. So I do it like very slowly, very like I if I you know when I am full vegan, like 100%, I think I'm gonna be like a sneaky vegan because I can have like a complete conversation with my friends who eat meat, and then like kind of like throw a fact here and there. It's hilarious. One of my girlfriends, she's like meat. It's a cultural thing. Whatever gets people through the night. But I don't know. I mean, I still throw facts here and there. So people that are around me, whatever I'm learning in life, I'm educating them. Whatever I learn, I educate my friends because I, you know, I'm almost like I'm over 30 and I am so appalled about how much information I didn't know, like about what was going down. It's so hilarious. Um, yeah, in Argentina. I've been to Uruguay and the food was amazing there. I do have to say. And I was eating meat at the time. This was like 8 years ago or something, and the food was amazing. Definitely not like the United States, and I'm sure it's way humanely. But at the end of the day, I did realize that I don't want, like meat rots in your body for like 3 days. So people shouldn't even be eating meat like more than twice a week if you want to be a meat eater and you say like I'm never gonna go to that side, I'm gonna stay on the meat eating side. The logic tells you that if it takes 3 days for meat to exit your body, that means that you shouldn't put meat in there until 3 days later. Is the way I look at it. But you know, I think I think that things are changing. I think that now that Spain, I mean, you must be familiar with what's happening in Spain. I heard that Spain is gonna promote vegan tourism in their country, like that you can go and most of the restaurants or all of the restaurants are going to have vegan options for vegan tourists. So I think that a lot of Latin places are going to catch up with that, trying to also exploit that market, and it's going to be probably more inexpensive for them. Um, because you can still charge a lot of money for plant-based foods, but it costs you less money to get it. So that's the way I look at it. You love Uruguay? Yes, eat less. No, and like I haven't had I haven't had meat like outside the 3 ounces every 10 days. I haven't had any meat since like March. I would say March 30th or maybe April something. And I just started feeling lighter. I started feeling great. I started feeling lighter. I think it's better. I don't know. I'm still like I don't know. Okay. Maybe okay, this is better. This is better. My hair. Anyways, I just wanted to share a little quick video. For some reason it went to like 24 minutes. That was not the intention. I wanted to do like a quick 10-minute video. I did want to talk a little bit about when you look back, it's good to track your food, whether it's taking pictures or writing what you eat, because we learn a lot from looking back and seeing, wow, look at what I've been eating. I can tell you that when I was super sick in 2013, I started getting really sick. And I remember I was eating a lot of chips and salsa. I was eating a lot of tacos, with that meat and cheese in there all over the place. And then on top of that, the tortillas that were probably made with GMO corn. Who knows? So it was terrible. You have problems with chocolate. Some people say that chocolate is not for human consumption. Some people have that theory. I was actually looking into that. And I have chocolate every so often. Like chocolate is considered food. It has a lot of nutrients, but what I try to do is get it everything from fruit as much as I can. And maybe you have a problem with milk chocolate. Is it like dark cocoa or is it milk chocolate? Because milk chocolate, I don't know where you live, but over here in the U.S., it can even give people cancer. And oh yeah, the milk chocolate is they put so many chemicals in there. It's like every time chemicals enter your body does not know what to do with them. And I guess that's what was happening with me when I was eating all this crap and my body was not absorbing anything. It was like, I do not understand what you're feeding me. I don't even want to do this anymore. And I was not even like going to the bathroom like I was supposed to. I started getting all these skin problems and rashes coming out, and I started even looking into I don't know, like something going around, like some pills, or like a cleanse, like a raw cleanse where you clean your intestines, because there are apparently some foods that latch onto your intestinal walls and they don't like move forward, and then they're releasing toxins constantly and constantly poisoning your blood. So, I've been doing a lot of research, I would say, since last year. And in January, when I admitted to myself that I had psoriasis, and I said, you know what, this looks like psoriasis. I'm gonna stop saying what the doctor told me, that it's neurological dermatitis, and I'm just gonna say this is psoriasis. And let's try to find out how to heal psoriasis naturally. And I just watched a video right now about a guy that healed psoriasis naturally eating fruits and vegetables. So that is why I probably am going to be like um, taking a little pledge here and try to do, I don't know, maybe start somewhere in August doing like only fruits and vegetables, and let's see how it goes. I'm basically going to follow the diet he's doing. I'm gonna do raw, not the raw till four people, but I'm gonna follow this guy's diet and turn it into a raw till four diet, so I can have raw fruits and vegetables in the morning and at lunch, and then for dinner I'll have some carbs. And I will focus mostly on whole foods. I won't even like do pasta while I'm doing that cleanse. Um, and I probably won't do rice. I'll focus on potatoes. I'll focus on roots, because it seems like my body loves roots. I love roots. I love how they taste. You know, I don't have any kind of problems with them. What were we saying? What is so expensive? Are you talking about the milk chocolate that is so expensive? Yes. You know, another thing that I noticed when I ate candy bars is that they would give me like heartburn. I don't know. I guess because they have like that fake sugar in it, and it has that milk in it because it's milk chocolate, and on top of that, it has so many chemicals that I think that my stomach does not process it well. I mean, I'll tell you that when I used to drink alcohol, it will burn right through. Like I would feel the burn because that's how acidic my stomach was. I mean, from all the bad foods that I've been eating. So maybe what I've been healing my stomach, and I guess I've been recovering my stomach's lining, um, and kind of like the alkalizing it. That last night I actually had Jameson and soda, and I didn't feel the burn. I did not feel like burning, and I did not feel uncomfortable. It's not that now I'm gonna go and have drinks every week, because I don't want to do that either. I want to do it once a month, and that would be my limit if I do it. So if I go to events, I'll be having tea, and one of the events I'll have a drink, and that's about it. I don't need it more than that. Germinados is sprouted, right? It's like when you soak them, if you want to have grains. Yes, that is the best way to eat something chocolatey. Is basically have cocoa, banana, like cocoa, like the cocoa, and you mix it with whatever you want. You can mix it with nuts milk, like almond milk, coconut milk, whatever. And you basically, I buy the Mayan cocoa, and the cocoa nibs or something like that, and they're super bitter. But if you put dates in it, they're very delicious. They're delicious. Yes, exactly. When they start to grow. I was actually following somebody that was telling me that when you have issues in your gut, which actually triggers skin disorders. When you have issues in your gut, you should avoid grains, or you should only eat sprouted grains. And you have to soak them. You have to soak them overnight and then eat them. And the same with beans. You would have to soak the beans and then eat them, unless they already come in liquid, so they have been already soaked. Yeah, that's awesome. Coffee with coconut milk. I find that almond milk, when you want to have hot chocolate, is delicious. Like it's just I don't know, it gets like so gooey, or not gooey. It's like it gets like the consistency and the density in the liquid. It's like so soft. And I don't know, it makes my hot chocolate experience better. It's not that I have hot chocolate all the time. I used to um I used to have hot chocolate like almost every day or every other day. Now I have hot chocolate like every 2 weeks, because I don't even miss it. I don't even miss hot chocolate. I basically I focus on fruits. I love my fruits. I mean, I think fruits, like if you really stop to enjoy fruits, you're really gonna be able to change the way you eat, because fruits are gonna keep you satisfied, and they're just you're not gonna crave all those crazy things. You're not gonna crave cheese. You're not gonna crave any of that crap. So hydrate not. Yeah, you have to hydrate. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to soak them. Yes, you have to, because they absorb all that, and the reason you have to soak the grains and the nuts is because you have to what do you call it? Your intestines are going to like you're gonna digest it easier. And when you have, a digestive problem already, or you have leaky gut, your digestion is not at its optimum condition. So it's very important. I think I have seen mate. I have, yes. Actually, I had an Argentinian friend that went with me to school for video production, and he's in LA now. But yeah, I have seen mate. Exactly. What absorbs the water inside your body? The mate? Oh, the soaked nuts? Oh yeah, yes, it dehydrates you, and alcohol also dehydrates you. And yes, we are water. We are water. I am always thirsty. I'm always drinking water. Sometimes I get pissed off because I'm drinking water and then I'm going to the bathroom and I'm like, well, isn't my body supposed to suck this up and not go like straight to my bladder? But it happens. It happens a lot. Oh my God, with whiskey? The only whiskey, and the only reason that if I go out and drink alcohol, I would have Jameson, is because I had a chat with one of the representatives, one of the girls that does their promotions here in South Florida. She was like promoting Jameson, going to different places, and she went to one of the bars that I have good relationship with. And she told me, "Oh, let me look that up right now. Yes, Jameson is vegan." And she told me Jameson is vegan, and I'm like, "That's amazing. I'll have one, please." So Jameson is soft, definitely smooth. I have had other whiskeys. I am not a whiskey person myself. If I were to drink something, it was gonna be Grey Goose, but I didn't know and wasn't sure if Grey Goose is vegan. And I actually enjoy Jameson now. If you have it with Sprite or something like that, Jameson is actually very enjoyable, like sweet drink. You know, we like sweet things. I have a sweet tooth. It doesn't burn when you drink it like other whiskeys. Oh my god, exactly. And I don't know if it had burnt my stomach in the past because my stomach is something else different to other people. My stomach was so unhealthy that anything would burn it. So, but I'm so happy to say that last night I did not feel a burn of any kind when I had my drink, and that was amazing. I did get like, what is it? I get drunk fast on one drink. It was hilarious. Yeah, red wine is healthy. I am just trying to find out, like, I don't enjoy drinking red wine. I think I enjoy more drinking white wine. So, I am going to find like a white wine that is vegan and have it at home because going out and trying to find out what white wine is vegan in there, that's not going to happen. That is going to be a difficult task, my friend. Like, hey, do you have any vegan wine here? Can we veganize it? No. That thing comes already like made. So, that is something that I will have at home. But the fact that I know that Jameson is straight out the bottle, good for me, and it has no animal products, no byproducts. They didn't harm any animals in the making. That's gonna be the one that I'm gonna go for because it's like a no-brainer. Like that, I don't have to like sit with the girl that I just went through my menu with, trying to veganize my food. I'm not gonna sit with her and try to veganize my drink. And like, no. Well, I just have a Jameson. That's good. Or I'll have tea, or I'll have water. I love having water at restaurants. I really do. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with not having alcohol for long periods of time. I have gone 8 months, I have gone years and not having like drinks, and I don't care. I like food. That is something that I enjoy and love. And when I was like full on Christian, I was full on Christian since I was like 16 to till I was 20. I used to play violin in the church, and I didn't drink. It was we would consider it a sin, and we would enjoy food. So that was it's hilarious. I do think since I started my I don't know why my face is itchy, like itchy. Um since I started kind of like changing the way I eat from March 30th till now, I have gotten a little more spiritual. And who knows? Maybe we're not maybe we are not meant to kill animals to live, and maybe that was something that was holding me back. Every time I was having those animal products, those animal products so many times, 3 times a day, that was probably holding me back from, exploring a bigger and better spirituality. Who knows? It was Christian. It was like Methodist, um, Free Methodist Church. Just believing in Jesus Christ. Yeah, living in the city. Last year was a little challenging for me. I mean, 2013 was a year of, oh wow, that was like 3 years ago. Okay. 2013 for me was a year of figuring out how I'm going to do this after graduation. I graduated from the Art Institute, and now I needed to figure out what how I'm gonna do this. So I learned a lot about social media. I self-taught myself. I wrote a couple of TV shows. We launched a couple of them in local TV. We did a couple of them as pilots, and I in 2014 I basically took that year as a year for preparation. It was a year of preparation, And in 2015, it was the year of the abundance and the year of making things happen. So a lot of things that were like growing roots, like, you know, they were not like blooming or anything, but they were definitely um, growing the roots, started kind of like coming out in 2015. So it was very overwhelming year for me because I was working on a feature film, and I was working on a documentary, a short a featurette documentary, and I was working on a couple of music videos and a couple of um, pilots myself as a line producer, a producer in other things. So it was a very tough year, and I was eating straight crap from whatever I stop, and I get a number two or I get a number five or whatever it is. So it was very challenging to have. It was a challenging year. So living in the city made it kind of worse, which is why I have resorted myself to staying home and working from home since like I think since May. I started working from home or something like that. No, maybe since March. No. April, I started working from home. I moved all my office to the other room, and I started just doing my video editing and all my stuff from home. And if I need to meet with a client, I meet at a coffee shop, and then I come home and work, or I work with some people that I don't mind bringing to my house. Um, or I deliver on Vimeo or WeTransfer, whatever it is. Yes, living in a little farm is different. And thank God that I live in South Florida and I rented this house that has a beautiful backyard. So I basically hang out in the backyard as much as I can every single day. And I live 2, 3 miles, 2 miles away from the beach, maybe 3 miles away from the beach. So I try to go to the beach once a week. And it's non negotiable. I don't treat myself like a money making machine anymore, and I want to enjoy my life, basically. I don't care if that sounds egotistical or that sounds selfish or that sounds lazy. I think we all deserve it. We are here to enjoy creation, and we are here to enjoy ourselves. So, yes, I was enjoying social media, and I was never wanting to upload a video because there's so much saturation out there. But I think it's good. It's good that we start speaking about the changes that things have made in our life. And I am going to start blogging about my psoriasis and the change that it makes, if it does change or if it doesn't change. And let's see what happens. Yes, Fort Lauderdale is awesome. I am in I am between like Fort Lauderdale, Oakland Park, Pompano, and Deerfield most of the time, and those in Boca Raton, and those beaches are amazing. They're awesome. All of them, each one of them is amazing. Yes, I do want to thank dear YouTuber that is on YouNow. I mean, I got on YouNow like on Monday. I don't even know how to use this app very much, like super very much. Oh my god, this thing. But I am thankful for certain people that are sharing their stories and they're inspiring others to share their stories. Especially people like me who cannot share something on YouTube because I don't have the time and I don't want to edit. Like when I am off work, I don't want to be editing a video because that's what I'm doing most of the time. And I work on a computer, so I don't want to sit there and edit. So if I can do something live and communicate what is happening and kind of my journey, I can totally do that because that doesn't require a lot of work from me. It's only like talking and sharing, and it doesn't require me using my right hand more than I have to because being a violinist and being a pianist, you need to be careful with your hands. I mean, I am no longer playing instruments because now my instrument is the computer. Oh, it's getting bright in here. Let me see something. I'm trying to close the blinders, so maybe I get less light. So, I am not trying to use my right hand more than I have to, like it already bothers me if I go on too long with like the editing. I do have like a square mouse with the ball in the middle that has the four buttons around it. I don't know if that mouse has helped me or has screwed me even more. Who knows? Who knows? But I wish this thing would stay still. But you know what you can do if you have Instagram and you have Facebook, you can help a lot of people because I've been doing Facebook for years now, but I've been like sharing my journey and my new food and my grocery hauls on Facebook, and my friends are seeing what I'm buying, and I'm getting people familiar with new brands and new products. I go live on Facebook every single day as much as I can. And now that I saw that Instagram allows you to do 1 minute videos, you can even like blog what you're eating, like what you're eating, or if you bought something new, or even if you go to the park and want to talk to somebody, somebody's always listening. Um, and even if somebody's not listening, the fact that you talk about it helps you kind of like cleanse your soul, kind of thing. So it is important because I am so grateful that when I was desperate looking for information to heal my body naturally, I found people that were out there sharing the message. They were sharing the message. They did not care if somebody was listening. They just put whatever they learned out there. They put it like, they share their knowledge because someday somebody's gonna need to know this information, and it's gonna be here in the internet. So the same thing with Instagram. Instagram it inspires a lot of people, I think. I think a lot of people get inspired by posts. So whatever you're having, you're kind of like helping spread the message that there is life in fruits and vegetables and many, many things. Hi, welcome, Ahmad. So it's all about not trying to let these big corporations brainwash us or feed us crap and kind of like control our mind through food, or making us so sick that we cannot even think for ourselves. We need to take control of our health. So food is the one thing that we can have control over. Like we can have control over where to who we give our money to, what companies we continue to support, what we eat, and what we put in our body. As soon as I started having more fruit in my diet, mind you, I was not having any fruit in the past 3 years, like here and there, and that was it. As soon as I started having more fruit, like a daily basis, like religiously fruit, I started being less procrastinating on things. I started completing more things, and that is all important. All of that is very important. You need to give your body and your brain the energy and the fuel that is seeking. Because when you're seeking for the right fuel, but you go ahead and you feed your body fat when it's wanting some carbohydrates, the body's gonna be like in shock, and you're gonna be like a zombie, just walking around and not want to do anything because I'm a zombie and that's it. Like even this, like I was trying to do this for like the past 2 3 months. I was just on the fence, kind of looking and saying, oh, I want to do my journey about psoriasis. I have learned some information, and I want to like track my progress. um, but even then, because I wasn't carved enough or I wasn't eating whole foods enough, I was still kind of like procrastinating it. And now it's time to take action with everything that I want to do and everything that I have on the table. It is more simple than we think. Yes, yes. And now that I can have breakfast, just put fruit on my plate and just peel it and eat it, that is so easy, man. It's so damn easy. It allows me to just sit outside, enjoy the view, and have my food. And if I am on the run, as long as I try not to be on the run in the morning though. I try to take my time in the morning and relax. Whether you need to take an hour or two, take it from your 8 hours that you have off and put them in the morning. So. Anyways, it was a pleasure sharing this with you guys. I'm gonna do a 10-minute video later tonight, maybe like about what I'm having for dinner, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah.